my God. Ugh.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Greetings and welcome to 2K Sports. I rarely say greetings, but I just did. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, alongside Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And the quick hands of Mike Conley will be on display for us tonight, arguably.
The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
And let's go straight over to David.
Kevin.
Thanks, David. They are a hard-nosed group. Well, the playoffs are coming up soon enough, Smitty, and everyone knows it's a different atmosphere in the playoffs. But having been there yourself many times, just how different is playoff basketball compared to the regular season?
What it is, Kevin, is best out of 7. You play this team over and over. You know all their sets, all their play calling, and what you have to do is try to outwill them, outthink them. Totally different when you see a team this week. May not see them again for another 2 or 3 weeks.
So if you know what they're going to do, it's all execution, right?
Yeah, it's all execution. Yeah. You know a pick is coming, but who sets a good pick? Who rolls? Who's unselfish?
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Lakers right now, Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. D'Angelo Russell out there with Williams, and it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Parsons. 20 points for him last game against Orlando. And he recovers it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. The Lakers on D. Randolph kicks to Conley. Allen dishes to Parsons. Here's Randolph, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
And Randolph's skill in knocking down the mid-range jump shot is important to this team. Helps to have a big man with a jumper.
Ingram passes to Baines. Poked loose. Fader on the way. That one drops for him. Baines has got his first points in this one. And when Coach Fizdale came to Memphis, he did so because he thought this team was very close to getting to the next level. Makes sense, as that is why the Grizzlies, Smitty, have looked to a different coach in the first place.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he left Miami to rebuild. I mean, he had South Beach and everything. You just don't want to leave that. I think for him, as he looked at it, is we have some veteran presence on the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies can win now. It's not time for a full rebuild.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Mike Conley is an effective two-way player. He's masterful at running the offense for you, and he is a big-time defender at that point guard position.
From deep, Williams nailed from three-point land. Williams has got 5 points so far. And here is Conley. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Los Angeles.
And the long-range game, a staple for them offensively. It's clear they embrace the value of that extra point and spacing the floor, something they look to do every time they're on the court.
Inside, Wright, and finished off by Wright.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Mike Conley Jr., I love him. He's one of those guys, very steady, very heady, does the right thing as far as running the team, being able to distribute the basketball, and can score when needed.
1:19 left here in the first quarter. Picked by Randolph. And the shot no good, a bit short. And Conley loves to attack off the pick and roll. At 6'1", Steve Conley isn't really an above-the-rim finisher.
No, he's not, but he can score at 3 levels, behind the 3, and he has a nice floater in the lane, and at times he'll pull up with a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Parsons. Ennis, he's checked in for Allen. And Baldwin subbed in for Mike Conley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
You have to respect the continuity and consistency of the Grizzlies. Since the beginning of the grit and grind era, 6 consecutive playoff appearances. That's second longest streak in the league, only to the San Antonio Spurs.
Now here's Ennis. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Orlando. They get a hand on it. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Dang for 3. They grabbed their own miss. Mozgov laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Carter against Dang. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That drive by Carter buries it down low. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Lakers on top, up 6. And we'll get... Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
Seeing a couple go through the basket at the start of the game can be a huge confidence booster.
Lakers leading by 6. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Ish Smith is out there with Calderon. Then it's Dang, then it's Mozgov, and it's Nance in at the power forward.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
It's stolen by Smith. Nice pass.
That
Right
couldn't
under the
have been
rack
more
perfectly
perfect
for the
because he hit
layup.
that button right when he passed
Smith's
it.
got the lead up to 8
Right
now
in the
for
way
the
of the
Lakers.
ball. Couldn't do that again if I tried, man.
Pass to Ennis. There's the dish to Randolph. And Smitty, we have a question sent in by one of our viewers. This is from Quinn up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He asks, they were wondering what you'd like to do in the offseason to decompress from basketball, to get away from...
Physically, I like to do a little yoga, like to swim, and I think something challenging. I love to play golf because that humbles me. I'm still not good at it, Kevin, but I keep going at it.
And you have fun doing it.
I do. I have a lot of fun. You know why? No scorecard. Not at all.
But once a competitor, always, right? You can't lose that edge.
No, not at all. So that's the one thing I like about it is me versus the ball versus the hole, and they're winning right now.
Here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
And Smitty, interesting story about Mike Conley. He shoots his jump shot with his left hand, but he says aside from that, he's right-handed.
Well, that's a treat because when you get a chance to watch Mike Conley, when he drives the basketball, has one of the best offhand floaters in the game. And like you said, very fluent at shooting a lefty jump shot, but very comfortable with that right hand around the basket.
And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And another miss by Memphis.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Here's E. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Outside Conley. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Smitty, you've hit a lot of clutch shots in your career. What is it that allows certain players to remain cool and collected when their shot can decide the outcome of a game?
A lot of guys talk about it. You can't let the game speed you up. And you can see some young guys and some veterans, they catch the basketball in their mind. They're starting to go faster. Really, on clutch shot, you really have to make the game slow down.
Ingram kicks to Dang. Lets it fly from 18. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chandler Parsons. The Lakers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Tony Allen's checked in for Carter. Dang hits them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Grizzlies are starting to show their age a little bit. Last season was an example of that, but they still have that throwback style of play that's hard to gauge. Marc Gasol said, the game is evolving, and we as players and as a team have to evolve. We have to change things and adjust. We need tweaks and counters from game to game and year to year. Kevin?
All right, D.A., they know they needed more shooting. Brandon Wright's checked in for Memphis. The Lakers also with a sub. Baines is checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Ingram and slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Conley kicks to Daniels. Right sets a screen. And again, Memphis no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Baines. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Because he's such an explosive force down low, the defense threw everything they had at him, and it worked.
Shot to end this.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Allen against Williams. Top of the key, Conley. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Conley's got 5 now.
Even with a hand in his face, Conley is too good. Keeps his focus at all times.
Russell kicks to Williams. The 3. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Why can't this team make threes, man?
Williams against Allen. Outside Conley. He's clobbered. He'll get 3 shots at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
How was that a shooting foul? He wasn't shooting.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first half of play. Lakers lead by 8. Live from the FedEx Forum. You're watching.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And it's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. And we'll start with the big fella. Shaq, what'd you see from them out there?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that's it.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. And now the third quarter about to get going. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
And that's the sign of a truly gifted player who isn't just looking out for his own stats. He loves getting his guys involved too.
Conley and Allen working once again together in the backcourt. Chandler Parsons out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Wright in at the center position. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And Brandon Ingram out of Duke, drawing comparisons to Kevin Durant like KD. He's very rangy, very lanky for a perimeter player.
Yeah, and Ingram around 6'10" in shoes with that 7'3" wingspan. I mean, he's still, light weight-wise, much like KD was when he came in the league. Still, you don't see many small forwards with the standing reach of a center.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And we know Tony Allen isn't afraid of physical contact. In fact, he's quite aggressive in seeking it out.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Tony Allen, 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Tony Allen, a 6'4" shooting guard. His lack of height has never been a hindrance defensively.
No, not at all. Tony Allen feels like he's a 7-footer. He'll guard the point guards. He guards guys like Kevin Durant, probably 7 inches taller than him. But he has a huge wingspan. That definitely helps. And he has a mentality to want to guard the best player on the floor.
Well, Steve, offensively, you never want to be too predictable. And it makes me wonder, and interpret this however you want to, who do you think is the most unpredictable player in the league?
Well, I think one come to mind is Stephen Curry. You really don't know when he's going to pull up. You don't know what he's going to do as far as his dribbling exhibition. Kyrie Irving, those guys. Chris Paul with his passes. You know, a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, because of his ability to play inside and outside, he's not predictable because he can basically do it all on the floor.
I would think for a defender that'd be frightening, just being constantly guessing. Some guys you can just take it to the bank. They're going to do whatever they can, shoot it, they can drive.
And you know, one guy I forgot, Kevin, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
How do you scout him? Because he comes full speed and it's whatever when he catches it.
Who would willingly accept that defensive challenge? Huh? How difficult, how scary would that be on a night?
It is. It's a team effort. A team has to stop Russell.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Mike Conley, the point guard, keeps a very stoic disposition on the court. He said so much of the game is mental, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to be good at. Never let your opponent see that you're in duress. So if I make a big game-time bucket or if I miss a shot, you'll see the same mannerisms. I move on to the next play. Real poker face, Kevin.
I like that attitude, D.A. Thank you. Conley kicks to Carter. Randolph up top. Allen outside. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. Mozgov with it. To the wing right side. Randall trains the three-pointer. Randall's got 7.
Finally. Now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
That's tipped.
No.
And then Randall slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda. I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Ennis, he's checked in for Allen. And Baldwin subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for Los Angeles, Nancy's checked in for Randall. Calderon comes in for Williams. And it's Ish Smith in for D'Angelo Russell. The kick out to Dang for 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Carter. That shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The pass to Smith. The kick out to Dang. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Nance against Green. Here's Mozgov. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. He's got 6.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Baldwin. The Lakers with the rebound. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Calderon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Calderon, perhaps one of the best free throw shooters in the game, perhaps one of the best ever.
For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Calderon. Some changes for Memphis. Wright comes in for Zach Randolph. And Parsons subbed in for Green. So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Wright dishes to Carter. Wright sets a screen. Carter, the pass to Baldwin. From deep three-point range. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by 8. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Grizzlies trail by 8. So for the Lakers right now, Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Russell is out there with Smith, and it's Baines in at the center, filling out the middle.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Got it. Good job in the low post. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Shoots a fader. Daniels, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
For 3, Smith. Offensive rebound, Baines, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Lakers lead by 9. They double him with Russell. Conley with it. Now Smith defending. A floater. Up again. And Baines pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 9. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Timeout. And how about the athleticism from Ingram? Really looking to tear the basket apart with these strong dunks.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And most first-round draft picks in the NBA, Steve, have the unique experience of waiting in the green room on draft day, anxiously listening for their name to be called. What was that day? What was that moment like for you?
You know what? Nerve-wracking because, I was projected to go anywhere from 2 to 10. So when you started to hear 2, 3, 4, luckily I went 5th, Kevin. Was just hoping I didn't fall far to 10. But I think I tell young guys, whether you 1 through 10, you just want to go to there where it's a great fit for you.
And all the teams that work you out, they probably all say, hey, Steve, if you're available, we're going to take you. Do you get a lot of that when you're going through the process?
Yeah, you do. And then you start to believe that you just got to go out there and play your best and wait to see on draft day. Because sometimes you're picked by that team, and the next thing you know, you're traded a pick after.
And as you've said before, being drafted by Miami was a godsend. You thought it was the perfect place for you to go.
I thought it was. A great fit for me. Had some guys that I played against throughout my high school and college career. It was perfect.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Nobody near Parsons. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And Baines kicks to Ingram. Lakers working the ball around now. And Randall throws it down.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
You don't want to waste time, man. You need points.
Russell against Conley. Back to Allen. He feeds it to Randolph. Clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Randall.
It was a phenomenal job he did of finding his ideal rhythm at the offensive end and never letting the defense take him out of it. Once he got into that flow, the points came in a steady stream.
Williams dishes to Randall. The kick out to Williams. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution.
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To the middle. Ennis in the corner. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game.
Incredible shooting efficiency. He made over 60% from the field. 60, Ernie. I don't care what position you're playing. You're hitting 60%. That's a huge factor.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Poles, man.